What's up, guys? Today I'm bringing you a 4th gen UU battle I had against my friend TheCoolBreezey. His link will be in the description. Go check him out after the video. There's a few updates I want to talk about at the end of the video, so stay tuned for those. I'm leading off with my Hitmontop, and he's leading off with his Kangaskhan. Now, I didn't switch into Spiritomb to take the fake out because I know it has Scrappy and it would hit me anyway, so I decided to stay in with Hitmontop. He predicts my Mach Punch / close combat and goes into his Uxie. Now, right here, I was predicting Stealth Rocks or something, dual screens, I don't know, so I went to Primeape, but he actually ends up going for the Thunder Wave. Now, that really sucks because this is my Scarfed Primeape, and my Scarfed Primeape relies on its speed, and he actually has Psychic on this Uxie as well. So Primeape just got screwed over really hard right there. I thought he'd go for the Stealth Rocks that turn, so I stayed in. If I knew he had Psychic, I definitely would have switched out into my Chansey, but that is not the case. So I get off that damage with U-turn, which did a pretty good chunk, which tells me he's probably more specially defensive than physically defensive. He's scared of my Chansey right now because it's a big threat to his team. He does have a fighting Pokemon, which you'll see here is his Hitmontop, but I do have counters to his Hitmontop, so it's not that big of a deal. So I go for the Toxic, not really predicting a switch or anything like that. I just wanted to go for it, get it on whatever. I get it on his Hitmontop, which is pretty good because Hitmontops can be a pain in the ass to take out sometimes. Now, he hasn't seen my Spiritomb yet, so I'm going to switch into Spiritomb, predicting him to go for the close combat / fake out or Mach Punch. And that's great for me because I get basically a free switch in right now. I'm just going to go for the Swagger because I'm a Swagger Psych Upset, and I have Sucker Punch and what's that other move? Shadow Sneak. So when I do get the +2 or plus whatever I get, I can just go for priority moves and basically sweep his team or whoever's team. So he's at +2 attack, and I'm not really too threatened by this thing because I know it can't hurt me besides Stone Edge. So I know he's going to switch this turn, so I'm going to go for another Swagger, predicting his switch, and I get it on a Scyther, which is a double-edged sword because it could be really good and really bad. Now, if he hits himself in Confusion, that's going to do like a lot of damage to him because he's got a high enough attack stat with the +2. But he doesn't hit himself, and he hits me with the U-turn. That's +2, Choice Banded, Stab, and it doesn't take out Spiritomb. Now, I just go for the Psych Up like a retard this turn, thinking he might stay in and go for Aerial Ace, because if he went for Aerial Ace, he would have taken me out. But I guess he didn't want to play with the Confusion too much, so he wanted to go for the U-turn. He's into his Kangaskhan now. I know he's going to go for Fake Out, and I have nothing to take that Fake Out, so I'm just going to leave Spiritomb in his Death Fodder. I go for Sucker Punch, just wanted to get some sort of damage on this Kangaskhan before Spiritomb dies. Now, every time I use a Spiritomb, it always dies to a Kangaskhan, and it always dies to a fighting move. Like, have you noticed that? It really sucks. Anyway, I go into Arcanine. Now, I do get the Intimidate, which is exactly what I wanted, because with the Intimidate, this Kangaskhan is basically shut down, and he can't do anything to my team. So this is my Specs Modest Arcanine. No one ever really thinks what it is, because no one ever faces really Specs Arcanine too much. They're usually Scarfed or Banded or Life Orb or Bulky. So I go for my Specs Overheat. It doesn't quite take out the Uxie. I mean, I'm just going to go for another one because I know it's going to take it out. And whatever he switches into is not really going to appreciate taking this Overheat, even though it is at -2. He brings in his Moltres, and it does a beautiful amount of damage, more than I thought it was going to do, because it is resisted. Now, I go into my Chansey, and as long as this Chansey is alive, this Moltres is not going to be hurting my team whatsoever, because Moltres is a special attacker, and obviously Chansey is a specially defense wall, so I know he's going to switch this turn, because there's really nothing he can do, and this is my best opportunity to go for the Aromatherapy, because that's a free turn for me. And now that Primeape is not paralyzed anymore, he's got his full speed back. He's able to wreck some more shop in this battle because he has nothing on his team to outspeed it right now. So that's good. So I'm going to switch into Altaria basically because he knows my Spiritomb is gone, so he thinks he's free to go for the close combat. But because I have my Altaria, that is not going to be doing a lot to me. And he thinks this is either a bulky Altaria with like Heal Bell and stuff, or this is like a Dragon Dance set. But if you guys remember from like a few weeks ago, I think, this is my Altaria with Draco Meteor and Power Swap. So I'm just going to go for the Draco Meteor. He is at -1 special defense, so I was really certain that Draco Meteor was going to take him out, and I was right, it does. So that's one counter down for my Chansey, so Chansey will be living a lot longer in this match with that Hitmontop gone. Now, he's going to bring in his Uxie thinking he can live one, and he is right, he does live this, but I'm pretty sure I got absolute minimum damage, because you'll see on my next Draco Meteor, I do take him out, and I'm not sure why. So he takes this opportunity to set up his Stealth Rocks, and I am so glad Uxie does not have a recovery move, because if it did, I would be screwed right about now. Now, I go for Draco Meteor, and right here, we both thought this wasn't going to take him out, but I think I got max damage here or something, or just regular, and I'm going to take him out. So that's great. Altaria has just taken out 2 Pokemon. Now, although I'm at -6 special attack, you might think that's a pretty bad thing, and I would want to switch out. But I would stay in a power swap, but because of this, Kangaskhan's a physical attacker, and it poses a pretty big threat to my team right now. So I go into Arcanine, get that Intimidate, and basically just shut this thing down right there. Now, based on what I've seen through his team so far, he has nothing that wants to take the Specs Overheat. I'm just going to go for it. He switches into his Moltres thinking he can take that nicely, but the Moltres dies in one hit, so that was amazing. That's another big threat to my team out of the way. Although it wasn't that big of a threat because I did have Chansey, it still poses a pretty big threat. So I'm going to go into my Altaria and I predicted him to go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I went into Altaria, there we go, / Toxic as well. Now, Altaria wouldn't have minded the burn because I do have Natural Cure, and I could have switched out if I wanted to, and my Altaria is a special attacker, so I really don't mind it. Now, I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor on the Weezing, hoping that it would take it out, but it doesn't quite take it out, and he makes a good play, and goes for the Pain Split, so he gains a little bit of health right now. And I gotta sneeze. 1 sec. Wait. No, I don't think so. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna go for the Power Swap, basically because I know he's not gonna predict that, and I know he's gonna go on the offense this turn. And he does go for the Sludge Bomb, and that does like nothing to me. And now I have my regular special attack back, and I'm not at -2, so I know another Draco Meteor is gonna take out this Weezing, no problem. But I miss, which is funny, because he goes for Pain Split and gives me HP, so that worked out quite nicely for me, actually. I mean, it really wasn't the biggest deal in the world, but I'm just going to go for another Draco Meteor, and that's going to take out his Weezing. So he's left with only like 2 Pokemon left, I think. He's got his Kangaskhan and his Scyther left, which are both physical attackers. Now, although my physical wall is gone, I know I do have some checks to these guys. He goes into his Kangaskhan. Now, I'm going to switch out, go into my Hitmontop, because I figure I can take a Fake Out and go for a Fake Out back on him. And if he wants to stay in, that's great, because I can, you know, KO this Kangaskhan next turn with the Mach Punch. But he makes a good play, goes into his Scyther, knowing he can live a Fake Out. I don't think he predicted me to have the Sucker Punch here. I'm not sure if all Hitmontops do have the Sucker Punch, but mine does. And it doesn't quite take out the Scyther. I really hoped it would, and he's just going to go for the U-turn and take out Hitmontop. Now, if I had Stealth Rocks up this game, I would have won this a long time ago, because it was a Moltres and a Scyther. But he goes into his my Hitmontop faints, and he goes into his Kangaskhan. Now, I'm just going to go into Arcanine. Again, I get the Intimidate on him, and that's going to shut him down. Now, he's going to have to sacrifice something here. He opts to sacrifice his Kangaskhan because he knows it's not too much use to him anymore. So he goes for the Fake Out. Doesn't take me out. I'm going to go for my Specs Overheat, and that's going to take out his Kangaskhan. I kind of figured he might live that, but he's not EV trained in HP at all, so I know that's going to take him out. After he told me that he wasn't EV trained in HP. So he's going to bring in a Scyther, his last Pokemon, and I know I have this game in the bag right now. There's nothing that he can do that can make him win the game. If he went for Quick Attack, then I just would have went into Chansey and Seismic Toss him and he would have died. So I'm going to go into Primate, go for the Ice Punch, and that's going to be the game. So good game, TheCoolBreezey. Go check his channel out. Now for the updates. This weekend, or on Friday, I'm going to be leaving for like another like mini vacation, I guess. I'm just going to go see family. It's not as if it's like across the street family. It's like 3 hours away, 2 hours, 2.5 hours away, 3 hours. So I don't think I'll be able to upload, like I said before, like when I went on my other little trip. But this time, I might be there longer than just like a weekend. I might be there for a week, maybe even a weekend, or maybe even the rest of the summer. I'm not quite sure. But I am going to bring my laptop and my microphone and everything like that, so I might be able to upload. I'm not sure. I'm not going to be able to battle, that's for sure, because the internet there, it doesn't support with my DS. So I forget what kind of internet they have, but I was there before trying to get the internet on my DS and it wasn't working, so I'm not able to battle. But I can still like go on Skype and everything like that, and go on my PS3, I do believe. So I still will be in touch with people, I think, but I'm not going to be on Skype or like as much as I normally would be if I'm here. So I I mean, I maybe could put out some battles with music on them instead of my narration. I don't know if you guys would like that. Um, so at least you have something to watch while I'm gone. I don't know. Um, I was thinking I might bring my camera and do some vlogs or something every once in a while just to keep in touch with you guys. I don't know if that's what you guys want. Um, Not sure. So anyway, give the video a like rating, guys, if you liked it. Please, likes always help out. Even dislikes, if you really dislike the video that much, you might as well click the dislike. Feel free to leave comments. They're always appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time. Whenever that'll be, I'm not quite sure.